Good morning, fellow Forex traders. Live Forex trading update. Let's get into it. What we're looking at on the screen here is still a test trade on NAS 100, and I say test because I'm letting a bunch of things play out, and I'm getting the feel for how this thing breathes in and out. Literally a couple minutes before I went live, this trade was up $2,000. Now it's down $1,500. And I'm going to tell you that I'm learning, especially with NAS 100. I went into it with the mentality, because you see this thing, it will run and trend and do these huge moves. But that's only hindsight. When you look at the actual pricing, it pushes up real hard and then comes back and takes out all the stops. Pushes up hard, comes back and takes all the stops. So right now, the mentality is, it's kind of shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I let these things run, and I have a huge wide stop on this thing, and we can take a look at it. But I'm like, I want to see how this moves. And if you were to ask me right now, based off of trading this for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, you absolutely have to get in and at profit, get out. Because it's probably not going to run on you. It will run over time. If you look at it, wow, that moved 20,000 points. Yeah, not really. It went up 2,000 and back 2,500. It went up 3,000 and back 4,000, right? So we'll sit here and watch this for a second, and we'll come back to it. I jumped into every signal trade from my NAS 100 indicator last night. I shouldn't say every, a lot of them, and it just absolutely went nowhere. And I did that just to see, just to get a feel for it. Now, I have initiated what's called a trailing stop, and I'm doing it with an indicator called the parabolic SAR. SAR stands for support and resistance. It's just an indicator that basically puts some dots on the chart and says that the price is trending up or trending down. And the point is, the trailing stop will follow those points up. I don't know if I like it. It was the best option in that particular trailing stop robot that I purchased. I really like what's called a candle trailing stop. However, with NAS, the type of trailing stop that I believe is really going to end up being on the chart, and I'll tell you where I'm going with this, is it's probably going to be just a points. When it reaches X points above, it sets the stop to break even and then trails it, 1 point at a time as it moves up. And what will happen is it will trail those pushes up, and when it comes back, it'll take you out and it'll take profit. Now, what's cool about this is I can actually, and I'll show you this, I can actually enter a trade, and I'm going to do it right now on my mobile device, because I'm trading this in the cloud on MetaTrader 4 on a VPS. And the moment I just enter a trade, I can go ahead and set a stop loss, and I probably will. The robot on the chart will take over at that point. So I could just literally enter on mobile and not have to worry about setting a trailing stop. So I'm actually going to do it here. Let's look at where I think it's at. Probably a little hard to see here. However, it's interesting. So you can see this here. We got a huge pullback. I'm looking at the 5-minute chart. Huge. I should say we had a propulsion candle down, okay? And now you can see it's doing its little waves. It does a wave there, did a wave there, doing a wave here, okay? And all those waves, they're like, well, obviously everybody is buying right now because this is where the price is going up in here. It's going to fill this imbalance, right? But they're going to, and people are jumping in. I started jumping in down here and jumped in here, jumped in here, jumped in here again. I got taken out right here. And again, I'm just getting a feel for this, just entering and let it play out. So I'm actually going to do another, I don't have much room here. If you look at my margin level percent, it's 183. I'm going to scale in just a little bit more right now. So I'm going to do a buy. So I'm going to go to buy, and instead of the huge lot size that I went in, I'm going to go in at, we'll do like a 0.05. I'll do a buy. We'll see how much that affects the margin. It brought it down not too bad. Okay. However, what I do on mobile, and I'm just going to show you this, and we'll move on to all the other trades and stuff, but this is just kind of the forefront of my mind. So as I'm looking at the chart here, you'll notice I've got a red line. I've just got a horizontal line that I placed on the chart. I clicked this symbol up here on my mobile, and I just added a horizontal line, which is right here. Okay. So what I do is I like to move that around, and I'm going to go ahead, and I already have a previous stop loss. I probably should set this stop loss at the same. But the way I find that is I'm looking at the chart, and I'm just moving this around with my thumb. I'm like, where do I want to set the stop? Just kind of looking back at the previous structure. So I'm going to set the stop right there at where these two candles bottomed out, just for the hell of it. But what I do is over here, there's a little white dot. And what I can do is hold my thumb over it and go to properties. And then I can copy this number right here. And that's where the line is on the chart. That's the pricing point. That's the points, the pricing point on my chart. And what I'm just going to do is double click it and copy it. Okay, so I just copied it to my clipboard, click done, come back to the trade, and you see it's already a little bit in profit. I'm going to hover over that, click modify, and then I'm going to paste that price in there and hit modify. And what will happen, you can see this here, is it places my stop loss right over, as I move this red line, you'll see my stop loss is placed right here. So I know I kind of ran through that fast. That's how I do it on mobile. Now that I've set a stop loss for this, okay, the EA, the robot that I have in the cloud, will manage this as far as a trailing stop. So if this pushed really hard right now, which at some point is probably going to, because they need to fill this imbalance here. When it does that, my trailing stop will take, my trailing stop EA will take this it will take this stop, and it will move it up in increments, move it up in increments, move it up in increments. And if the price drops back down, it takes you out at take profit up there higher. And the point is, I don't believe from what I've seen that NAS is anything that you're going to get into and get in some sort of run. It's going to push, you make real nice money, and it's going to pull back and hit your stop, or pull back and hit your break even. That's another thing that my trailing stop EA or robot does, is that when this goes in a certain amount of profit, it will automatically set the stop loss at break even, plus 50 points or 5 pips, right? So it's all automatic. So I can literally be out in Vegas or having coffee or whatever and hit an entry, and the rest of it is managed with that EA. Now, it's not something I'm saying that you would want to do or set up or anything, but what I'm saying is, in the future, when I jump into these trades, because I've already made, if you look at the history, I've made a bunch of profits just jumping into a bunch of stuff. Had a really nice profit at the beginning of the night, $500. Stop out, and I wouldn't have taken these trades normally on a live account. Stopped out again. I'm testing, I'm trading, I'm feeling it, right? I want to watch it breathe, type of thing. So I'm still up 406, even though I'm, hitting it hard and taking trades I probably shouldn't. But I will tell you this: when and if, and I'm not going to try to take 12 of these a day, I'm going to look for like one of these a day where I jump in and jump out. Jump in and jump out at the best absolute times, at the most volume times, the most volatile times. And I'll jump in and jump out. I'll jump in, make 50, 80 bucks, jump out. Jump in, make 200 bucks, jump out. Jump in, make $76, jump out. So those are the types of trades I'm planning on doing. And it's not going to be a lot, right? This thing that I'm doing where I mean, what am I using? I'm using my own artificial intelligence and a little bit of supporting robots and supporting algorithm to jump in, jump out, small profits, and really just add on top of the already good profits we're making from the high profit feed. Mark says, are you implementing this process in the feed? Yes. What will happen is these, like let's say, I'll just keep it simple. These trades will just automatically copy to the high profit feed. Once I get this kind of perfected, they'll just automatically copy to the high profit feed. And, set your lot size to go in at absolute minimum and get a feel for it. It's really just a little bit of profit on top of what we're already doing. And because it's not something, I haven't really found anything other than what we're already using as far as, the NAS, and we're not taking a lot of NAS trades in the high profit feed, but I've not found anything that can automatically do it at a higher level or more level. It's just that NAS is profitable, so I thought I'd add my own artificial intelligence to it. Finally got notifications set up, so in the middle of the night, this thing just goes ape shit. I had to turn it off last night because it was so loud, waking me up in the middle of the night. The intent is to probably start to set it up and probably start taking notifications around 5 a.m. my time, which is 8 a.m. Eastern New York time. So yeah, once I get all this done, I mean, I'm giving you all this technical shit, you'll just see it in your account, right? And the idea with this will be, again, to jump in, make profits, and get out. If it hits a hard stop and I was completely wrong, that's the risk that we take. We'll go in. And if you look at this, if I had just quit when I was taking some losses here, I don't know where I'd be, but I'm still up 400, taking some of the worst entries that I've seen. Like, I knew they were not great entries, but I was like, let's see how this plays out. Like, when I get this signal, does it just pump really hard? And in fact, last night, it just went completely sideways. And it's, there's been times in the middle of the night where I saw it just pump really hard, like the Asian session and before the London Open, but typically it's not happening, and I'm not going to be looking for those trades. So, yeah, hopefully that answers. Let me take a look here. So that was, I'll put it up on the screen. So that was Mark. Are you implementing this in the feed? Yes, I'm going to. Derek says, awesome. Those of us that still have a 9 to 5 won't have to stare at our phones anymore. 9 to 5? Who's doing that? What happened? And take manual trades unless we want to. So, interestingly enough, you get to see how this is breathing. Now, if I was actually trading this on a live count, I'd probably take this trade, and once it pushes profitable, I'd get out, right? This, like this one at the top, that's 1,200 drawdown right now. It was $1,900+ just before I went live. So what's the takeaway there? If it's doing, is just get out, just grab it and get out, right? I'd rather have $1,900 profit than have it back out on me and hit the stop loss, even at break even, right? So you got to grab these profits when they're there. So let's move on. We're going to look at things. I should give you kind of a heads up. These live sessions are really going to change. And I say change for the better. What we've been doing is just kind of like all over the place, being random. There we just got a brand new free signal. I'm not going to look at that right now. We'll get to that. These sessions are going to change. Yeah, Derek says, get greedy, get burnt. Yes, that is 100% true. You'll see, it'll be more structured, but let's move on now. And where I would normally start, let's go to free signals, and let's talk about what you could do taking these free signals. Now, these free signals apply to everybody. If you're a paid member and you're using all of the automated feeds, this still applies. It's just insight and intelligence, if you want to call it that, into any particular trade. We'll come back and look at this NAS stuff in a little bit. So let me move to the free signals account. Stand by. All kinds of new accounts to look at. I've consolidated a lot of stuff. As you guys know, I did an update video yesterday on all the things we consolidated. So free signals is account number 690. Let me pull it up. Have not looked at this since last night. So let's take a look at this. Now, you guys, I'm going to point something out here. So these are the free signals that are out right now, and you can see that I have changed the bid to a 1.0 instead of a 0.10, and I simply did that to make the signal just a little bit more clear, right? A 1 is a 1 is a 1 is a 1. A 2 is a 2 is a 2 is a 2. The point being is when I send out this signal, that 1 means we are at a base bid on this trade. Base bid for your account. Maybe you have a very small account, your base bid is going to be 0.01. So what that means is if you took these AUD USD trades, you would have bid 10 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents, 20 cents. Why do you do that? Because that allows you, if I open this one, that allows you to maintain your take profit. Pay no attention to the fact that this signal is showing a stop loss. That is just a test that I'm doing. It's so far out, the trade would never hit that stop loss, right? So pay no attention to that stop loss. You'll just see the take profit. So as long as you're bidding a 1x multiplier, 1x, 2x, 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 your take profit, which is in this case 0.65531, is going to work out for this basket of trades, and the entire basket will be profitable. That's the idea. Also, what I wanted to do was I wanted to show some higher numbers on closed trades, because brand new people are not interested in a trade that made 88 cents. As much as I express the fact that you could bid whatever you want, and you should and can with your own account, people are like, well, 88 cents isn't really that much. It's 88 cents or $8.80 or $88 or $880 or $8,800. It just depends on what you bid. I've seen Doug say this before. Doug says, pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. Yeah. So what's that mean? Pigs get fed, so don't be a hog. Don't be a hog. Don't hog your lot size. These are the signals that are open right now. Guess what? A signal is like a phone ringing. I'm going to say it again. A Forex signal is like a phone ringing. When the phone rings, you don't have to pick it up. It's up to you. Maybe you don't want to talk to that person. Maybe you're in the middle of dinner. A phone ring is a choice, and it's the same thing here. My AI system is saying, hey, AUD USD is ripe for the picking. We know it's a buy. We know where the take profit area is. It's in the buy area, right? And we're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades right now. Could be more, because this might have jumped into a trade sequence. The fifth one is slightly in profit. And if we go look at this, and let me finish my thought here. If we go look at this, this is if you want to jump in all the trades, great. You're just going to be that much more profitable, especially if you're bidding realistically. If you want to bid more, you could wait and jump into the fifth trade. That doesn't mean this thing's not going to go 20 deep. When and if they do, and your account is compromised because you overbid to begin with, or you weren't prepared for it to go that many deep, I will show you exactly what to do. It will simply place a hedge trade, one hedge trade, and I'll show you how to handle it and manage it and protect it. And you can set up some automations right on your mobile phone to get out of that hedge trade when the price comes back, in the original direction, in this case in the buy direction, which we know it's going to do. Simple. Simple as that. So let me zoom out here. Let's take a look at it this way. So we entered a buy up here. The take profit has been moved below that. So that means that original buy is going to be at a slight loss, but overall it'll be a net profit, right? So we got, I think we got here's our take profit right here. We've got another buy and another buy and another one real close together. All it's doing is mathematically entering based off of the volume that pushed down here on AUD USD. We had some high impact CPI, Consumer Price Index news this morning, and it moved a lot of stuff in a great way. So it was a reason to push AUD USD down, and we're buying. Because people are like, oh, you're trading against the trend, Terry. Bullshit, right? There's no trend. There's up and down, right? And the big fact in all of my trading is this area right here of imbalance where the price pushed and never retraced. And now we got this huge imbalance. The price up. That's why we're buying. And I'm saying it will go up. So not to belabor the point, but this to me is just so obvious that if you come back here, you could jump into AUD USD at any point. I'm not telling you to do it now. I'm not telling you to do it now. But this is looking pretty good. If I go back to the structure here, where's the bottom? If I move to the left, we've got an area right here of price going sideways. And guess what? We're there right now. Could it push farther? Sure. Is it going to? I don't know. Is this going to be a good trade? Yeah. Right? It's a good trade. You could jump into AUD USD right now and probably do pretty well. If you want to wait a little bit until this one's obviously profitable and this one comes lower and starts to get profitable and then jump in, that could be a little smarter. Okay? Because the system's telling us if the latest trade is blue, because here's the thing, if we just wait for these last two to be blue, our likelihood of it going and continuing to the TP instead of pulling back is a lot better. Right now, trade number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, trade number 5 here, right here, it's a little bit profitable, a little bit negative, a little bit profitable, a little bit. So we don't know if it's going to push harder against us. So you might as well wait. I mean, hell, it could go 8 more deep. Fine, the math will always work out. But if you allow at least a couple of them, because again, the take profit is, let's look at this. The take profit's up here. We got plenty of time for this to turn around a little bit and for us to have this trade and this trade, because the last two are pretty close together right there, for those both to be profitable, and then you jump into that. That's how you trade my algorithm as a signal. If you want to jump into this one and this one and this one and this one and this one, you absolutely can. The tough thing is we don't know that it was going to do this. But if I look at the chart, I'm like, okay, we didn't know up here. Actually, I shouldn't say that. We didn't jump into a buy until right here. Look how much that had pushed already. You're like, oh, this is setting up. This is setting up. This is going to be a great buy. And that's what it is. So I don't want to belabor the point too much, but that's how you handle a signal. Look at this NZD CAD. Now, it may have jumped in. There may be more NZD CAD trades in the system, but it jumped into these two, and these two are blue. So let's go look. Like, let's see if this is feeling pretty good. Let's see how close it is to take profit right now and see if it's worth jumping into right now. So let's go look at the chart. So let's see here. We got some sell trades, sell trade, and take profit is down here. Candles pushed down. RSI 4 is headed down towards the bottom. That's a good trade. There's no reason if you're using signals not to get into that trade. Could it pull back on you? Absolutely. I don't control the market. But this looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So that's how you do it. It's about looking what, looking for the red, looking for the blue, looking at the chart, really doesn't have that far to go. And this take profit is at a really decent area. Now, if I zoom out and go to the daily, what has this thing been doing? It bottomed out over here and went up, 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 up. We're getting a little bit of a pullback. It doesn't have to pull back that far. So good trade. It's good trade. It's always good trade. Here's the thing. If you're wrong and NZD CAD pushes farther against, it doesn't change the dynamics that a sell is still the proper way to go. That's the great thing about my algorithm. You know that it's not all of a sudden going to go, well, that sell didn't work out, let's get out and we're going to buy. No. We know this sell is going to work out. So that's the great thing about my algorithm. That's what I want you guys to see. Now, these are the free signals, and you're going to see, I'm surprised anybody hasn't freaked out yet, but since I got rid of the premium signals, I shouldn't say got rid of them. I moved the premium signals to the full auto trader system, and I have an account set up, and I'll eventually be able to show you all of those. I'll show you those results. I'm not going to give away premium signals for the hell of it. But I did increase on these free signals. I did increase the number because I want to show you. When I say the number, I mean, how many pairs are we trading right now? 2, right? AUD, USD, and NZD CAD. I think that's what I have it set at. I think I have it set somewhere between 2 and 5. That way, we've got enough volume and we can pick and choose. Right now, Wednesday, April 10th at 8:27 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, NZD CAD sell is a damn good trade. AUD USD looking pretty decent. Obviously, AUD USD is a buy. We know that, right? That's 90%, 95% of the issue. So jump in. Let's say you jump into this trade. You're like, oh, I'm ready to get in. You jump in at a low lot size. And this goes blue. You scale in again. This one goes blue. You scale in again. You with me? It's giving you the data. You can see right here when I open up AUD USD and the free signals, it's telling me what the take profit is. You can jump in, set that take profit. Jump in, set the take profit. The one thing you have to recognize or keep notes of is that fact that we are in 5 trades. If it goes 6 trades deep, it's probably going to adjust that take profit. You're going to have to do that. So if you're in 5 and it goes 6, you probably ought to enter the 6. If you're in 6 and it goes into 7 trades, you probably ought to enter the 7th. So that's why you have to kind of absolutely scale in at the lowest lot size you can, and then scale up. So if, for example, let's say you scaled in at a 0.01 lot size on your account. Even though you could bid more, you're like, well, I'm in the trade. And by being in the trade, I can see this fluctuation. Okay, you can see that the AUD USD, these 2 trades are really close together on the chart because there was so much volume. The robot, the automated artificial intelligence system entered a trade and said volume, entered another trade. So it's going to be nicely profitable. But the point is, you can scale in, and as this moves in our buy direction, you can add more, add more, add more. And you're like, oh man, this thing's going to the take profit. You could scale in at a larger lot size right for the last 6, 8, 10 pips because you know where the take profit is. So there's a lot of intelligence here, and the algorithm literally takes our analysis out of it. I'm having a new audio trailer made for the live videos here in the morning. So you'll see it coming up, and I've got a radio announcer and all this stuff. And one of the things I had him say is something like, I'd almost have to look it up. Now I can't remember, but he does say zero analysis. We enter the trade, we take trades, all profit, zero analysis. I'm not analyzing anything to enter. We already know it's a buy on AUD USD. We already know it's a sell on NZD CAD. I do not analyze to enter. And I don't really call it analysis after I've entered. It's maybe some confirmation or a visual what's going on with that. Um, Bear Market Bull says, let me put this comment up here. So turning blue is a good indication sign the trade is turning around. I mean, it's an obvious indication sign that it's turning around at this point. Are you with me? That's where we don't know. We do know that it's a sell or a buy in this particular case. It's a damn good indication. It doesn't mean that it couldn't back out, but it's a damn good indication when you look at this NZD CAD. I mean, here, let me zoom out a little bit. Let me get the right. Here we go. It's already wicked down and almost took profit. Doesn't mean it can't turn around and add a bunch of trade. Like, that's the thing that I don't worry about that. What I don't do is go FOMO, fear of missing out, and go in at some huge lot size here because I think it's going to the take profit and backs out against me. No, I'm like, all right, I want to trade NZD CAD. I'm going to go ahead and enter right here. I'm going to scale in. I'll enter at something very realistic to where if it does back out on me, no big deal. And what I want you to be able to do on any individual account is come to the live session in the morning and go, you know what, Terry? I entered the NZD CAD and it's gone against me, and I entered at a little bit too high of a lot size given the fact that it's gone against me. And I'll go, well, we're still in sell territory. We haven't went to the take profit. How bad is your margin level percent? And let's say you go, it's 250%. I'm like, all right, hedge. Okay. So if you went into and you entered NZD CAD, and we'll see this stuff in real time. I know I'm talking through it fast. But if you went into NZD CAD at a 0.10 lot size and your margin level percent's 250 and you were kind of degenerate, you're gambling, what we'll do is we'll do a buy trade at 0.10 lot size. And we'll just, because that will stop the margin percent from bleeding off. And when it goes this way, that hedge will go blue. And we don't care because that's protecting our account. And when the price comes back to our hedge and our hedge is 0 or maybe a little bit of loss or maybe 50 cents worth of profit, we get out and we're right back where we started. That is fucking amazing that you can do that, because our confidence is that NZD CAD is a sell. So we're confident. We're confident. Doug says this is gold. I'll tell you what. You know what? Let me speak about Doug. One thing I realize about Doug, you want to talk about action takers, and I'll call Doug out. Doug is an action taker. Doug is like, when's the live? When are you going live? When are you going to be live? I'm on the live. And he listens and pays attention to everything I say. And listen, there's a lot of other people do that too. I'm not singling anybody one out. Like Mark C is always here. Denise, always paying attention. Derek, always in the game. And a lot of other people, right? That is how you, and you know what? Is it any wonder that Mark C and Doug and Derek and Denise, is it any wonder that they're the most profitable, successful traders with all of this? It's not. They're paying attention. But I wanted to spend the kind of time that I haven't really done in the past. We're looking at all these results, and we'll look at results. But I want you to see how having these signals for free is one of the most powerful things I could ever give you. And of course, what's the smartest thing to do? The smartest thing to do is to get the full auto system. And what you get is you get the premium signals and the full auto trading. But on the premium signals, you get to see all 22 currency pairs trading at the same time. And we're looking at 2 currency pairs here. And we're like, there's some good opportunities here. I could jump into this right now. You could set up your auto trader. You ready for me to blow your mind? You can set up your auto trader at absolute minimum lot size on your account. and use that. Let's say this was a live account, okay? And all of these trades right here were in my account at 0.01 lot size, 0.01, 0.02, okay? And I'm looking at the numbers would be blue, they'd just be smaller, right? It wouldn't be $28, it might be, 88 cents, right? It might be 86 cents, whatever the case may be. You're like, I could jump into this right now at a higher lot size. If you're a degenerate gambler like me, you could really roll the dice, right? Lucky seven, ah, shit. But you could roll the dice and do pretty well because you already know the direction. You can see through walls. And premium signals, for example, is now inside of the social trader tools, and we've automated the whole thing. When I say automated, we just pull all of my trading, all my active trades into a live 100K demo account, and you can sit here and look at it and pick and choose. You're like, I'm going to grab this one. You're out at breakfast. I'm like this. I'm out at breakfast going, this thing's about 8 pips away. This is looking good. I'm going to jump in at a high lot size. Ding, ding, ding. Look at my account. Oh, $47 profit. Cool. Right? Or $470 profit. Cool. Or $4.70 profit. Cool. Just paid for my coffee. Right? Whatever the case may be. So you don't have to do that. I'm not trying to drive you towards manual trading, but the signal here is, it's gold. It's absolute gold. I had someone come in yesterday. They found me on the internet. Were asking me 5 million questions. I was like, just come into the group. It's free. Take the trades. It's free. I don't see them in the group yet. They're like, well, frankly, I'm a little skeptical. Oh, okay. Terrific. Come in and take the trades. Come in and watch the live. Do something with your life. Okay. So let's go look at results here. I don't know if we have any, and I'll show you a screw up, a mistake that I made yesterday. Okay, no. So this is free signals, and we had a signal close. AUD NZD closed at $135.62 closure with a 129.62 realized profit. Pretty cool. Wait till we see this. This is a brand new account that I'm bringing these signals into. Actually, it's not necessarily a brand new account. If I look, it's just that I increased the bid from $1 to $10. But even then, I mean, look, this is $1,585 closed signal trades over the last week. You know what that would be at the new bid size? It'd be $15,000. So, listen, it's you bid what you want. You do what you want. Another thing we can look at before I move on here is you guys see me doing it a little bit. I'm on the 4-hour chart here, and let me go down a little bit. Let's go down to the 5-minute here. So you can see, for example, with the RSI 4, that the price is right. It's just in the middle. There's no real move right now. They'll probably the move is done for the day, right? The move is done for the day. But what I could be doing is watching these little, if I've told you about the RSI 4, I could be, let's back up. If I, like right here, see this here where it topped out? Now, of course, this is the huge push down this morning, right? But we were at the top. It was ripe for a sell. It was ripe for a sell. We were already selling. I'm not saying I would buy down here because it's a buy signal. No, we're in sell territory. So what am I waiting? I'm waiting for the RSI 4 to top out, and I could probably jump in. We knew the news was coming. We didn't know which way it was going to go, right? I'm saying, hindsight's 2020. But if I go back one more time and look at some of these, it topped out here. So I'd be here. Let's see what happened. Basically went sideways and then came down. So does the RSI 4 setting always work where you buy up here and sell down here? I'm sorry, I just said that wrong. Does the RSI 4 work where you sell up here and buy down here? 90% of the time. But you use it as a confirmation. I don't use it as a trade entry. I go, okay, we're obviously selling. when is it going to top out? Oops, didn't mean to do that. When is it going to top out? And when could I potentially add another sell trade if I'm just taking signals, right? The auto trader does this for you. I mean, you probably should be doing auto trader, but it's the same concept. If the auto trader runs away on us and people, I want you guys to bring your accounts to the table and say, hey, here's where I'm at on XYZ trade. I'm like, time for you to hedge. Just enter an equal and opposite trade. So if you're in a dollar buy trade, you enter a dollar sell trade. I don't care how far it runs against you. That trade's going to be protected. It's going to be mathematically amazing. And then when it comes back in the direction we know it's going to come back into, then you can get out of that hedge trade, and you can or scale in to trades that were the original direction anyway. So we got to see that play out, and we will. Let me go to the pause here and look at my new account list. And now what I want to show you is I'm doing a combo feed of my main automated trading feed, which is a 10 pip hybrid. And also I'm copying the high profit trades to this feed. So I'm kind of consolidating it, but I want to show you that if you are using the auto system, I want to show you the possibilities. I want to show you the trades. Mostly I want to show you what's closed. I don't necessarily want to show you what's open. So let me pull this up inside of MetaTrader here, and I will share it with you. So I can give you a heads up. It is in 3 trades, but let me show you what's closed overnight. Here it is. So this was actually a mistake. I did not mean to bid $100 per pip. That was, you know what? And that's how you can screw up your account. This account could handle that. In fact, the trade can handle it because it went right into profit. So $941 there. But the rest of them, sorry, actually I should spread this out here. So we took an AUD NZD sell trade at $10 a pip, $148.34. That, it just went into the trade, took profit. So every trade in the 10 pip hybrid feed that we've went into since inception, I turned it on yesterday, has been 100% profitable. And then you can see we did a gold trade, high profit trade this morning. Profit, profit, profit. Does it always work this way? Always is a pretty powerful word. No. But in my experience, the profits outweigh any sort of hit that we might take. We took a little bit of a hit yesterday, but the system recovered in a net profit if you took all of the additional trades. And I think even myself, I jumped into a manual gold trade and ended up holding it over the New York close swap and closed out nicely profitable. Like, I don't know, it was on a small account. I was bidding 10, 20, 30 cents maybe. I made like $148. So my point is, this is awesome. Who wants these automated trades sent to their account at whatever lot size you want? The signal that gets sent, when I say signal, that's an automated trade that gets sent and it manages it. It's all automated. So this is a really nice account. $1,499 if you could afford to bid that much. If you look at what I'm bidding on the gold, I'm bidding $10. So it's spreading the $10 over. Oh, I just got a notification, an NAS trade. Maybe we'll go take a look at that. It's bidding $10 main lot size, but it's spreading it out over 3 take profits. Pretty powerful. You could do it at any lot size you want. If you did it at minimum lot size, it would just close out the first trade, and there's no more lot size left to take partial profits on take profit 2 and take profit 3, and you'd make money on that first trade. So it's a pretty awesome, unique system that is working extremely well. So that's pretty impressive. That again is the 10 pip hybrid main auto feed and high profit that I'm piping, so we can kind of look at it all at once. Reason I do that is because we're not taking so many high profit trades a day that it would overwhelm this at all. So we get to see some good results. Let me go to the pause. I believe there's one more now. You can see I consolidated a lot of stuff. Let's see. I do have. I just started this yesterday, so we'll see what the results are. But I put together an account that's going to show. It's showing all trades on standard pairs. Okay. So you can see we're looking at signals. We just looked at the hybrid feed and the high profit, which is automated stuff. And then I'm going to show you all of the, just everything, because the hybrid only trades certain pairs at certain times, and it doesn't do any currency pair cross trades, which is very safe and secure and easy for us to manage. And then I'm just going to show you all the trades. I'm going to show you all the trades. So I haven't looked at this yet. Let me pull this up. This is a brand new account, so the results are only going to be what's closed, since yesterday. So stand by. Let me find it here. Here it is. So currently we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades open. And in terms of closure, yeah, this is the one I screwed up. So let me show you this. So it's up $1,164. You can see win. And then I screwed up here. You'll see a bunch of losses in this account. This is a brand new. I turned this thing on and accidentally copied every active trade to it at $1 lot size. And I was like, nope, don't want to be in those trades. Don't want that to play out. So I just closed them all, and it was like a $50 loss or something, right? So I want you to know that that was just my screw up. The real trades, and we'll only see those today. The real trades are right here, and every one of them is profitable, nicely profitable, $1,164 profit. So over time, we'll be able to kind of zoom out and look at the results of this on a daily basis, and just proof of concept to show you that my automated system, and this will just be all of the trades, all of the standard currency pair trades. I'm not copying any high profit stuff in here, and I'm just copying them at a base lot size of $10. And you might be able to bid that much, you might not be able to, but my system allows you to bid whatever you want that's relevant to your account. I'm doing this because I want to show you some decent numbers, and for brand new people, I don't want them to see trades at 10 cents where we make 88 cents and they're not impressed by that. If you're not impressed by 94 and 163 and 82 and 819, that GBP JPY, that was a nice trade. If you're not impressed with this isn't for you, right? But this will win whether you're bidding 10 cents or $10. It wins. It's based off of your account. So that's basically how we're going to look at it from now on. I'm going to be looking at a lot less accounts. We're going to look at signals. We're going to look at the hybrid and the high profit feed all in one. Then we're going to look at all of the trades. And I'm really looking to, like, for example, what I would do is, I'll show you here. Do this with my mobile phone. Geez, I'm too much caffeine this morning. So what I would do, and I'll do this, is I'll take a screenshot, okay? And then I'll edit it, because I really don't want to show my screw up. I'll show what the trades were for the day. And probably don't need that bottom part. Let's go right there. So I can save that screenshot. And let's do something here. I'm going to share the screen with you, and then I'm going to open up something here. So let's go here and here, and we're inside the group. And let me post this real quick. So you'll see it come up here. I'm just going to post this. I'll do some commentary later. So stand by. You won't be able to see it on my mobile device, but you'll be able to see it on the screen here. I just want to do this while we're live, kind of show you what I'm doing. So I just browse, I click this, I go add, and then I hit that. So I just uploaded it from my mobile phone, so you get to see what this is. And I'm going to be posting these screenshots inside of the trading results area, so I can put it in there too. In fact, Let's just do that right now. Because if I don't do it right now, there we go. Here it comes. There it is. So I'm going to do, running totals as things close. And actually, I already posted that in there. So I guess I don't need that. So, oh, no, that's not true. Let's go to, yep, I did post that. All right. So no need to double post it. You get my point. Yeah, come on into the group, fxwithterry.com. It's free. Take the signals, and you know what the smart people do, and I'm not being a jerk. Smart people upgrade to the full auto system because you get the free signals, you get all of the trades via premium signals. You get the standard hybrid, standard currency pair auto feed. You get the high profit auto feed. If you can't make money in Forex with my full auto system and the signals on everything, then you aren't even trying. You aren't even trying. New video and new video intro and outro coming. That should be fun. You guys will get a kick out of that. All right, I don't need that, and let me pause one more time and we're done here. Let me look. I'm going to look at the comments. So stand by. That's fine. We can end on this screen. Let me take a look here. Doug says the free trades and the demo accounts are free. Yeah, it's absolutely free. Like, it's the entire point here is to show off my algorithm and certainly my help. You might call it expertise, but my experience, and get people to go, wow, this does work. This is amazing. And what's a person really want? You want automation. You want to be able to look at your account, even if, let's say you had a $10,000 account and you're like, I don't know what to bid. I'm skeptical. So take the 10 pip hybrid automated feed, send it to your 10K account at 0.01 lot size, and watch. You're like, wow, this one's about to take profit. I could jump into that at a little bit higher lot size and do it manually. It's already giving you the numbers. It's giving you the direction, buy or sell. It's giving you the take profit. It's absolute brilliant. If I do say so myself, it's brilliant. So appreciate you guys joining me. That's it. I will be live in the group. Hit me up. Show us your results. What are you doing? Ask the questions. Get yourself educated. Take some action. This is a business. Treat it like a business. I will see you on tomorrow morning, Thursday, April 11th, when we go live, and hopefully have my new show intro ready for you. I'll see you then.